Tell me today what happened with the ambulance service. It sounds like if you're a resident, starting May 1st, you'll no longer have an ambulance ride bill.
That's correct. What we asked the board to do is to consider a policy that would allow us to waive out-of-pocket EMS expenses for full-time Bay County residents. So under the current policy, you would be expected as a resident to pay your deductible, and then we would be able to balance bill anything that your insurance company would not pick up. If you were uninsured, you would get the entire amount of the bill, or if you just
Which could be like $1,400,
which could be
right?
anywhere from $800 to $1,400.
So that's big. That could be a big deal, especially if you don't have insurance.
That's
right?
correct.
Yeah.
So what this policy allows us to do is to bill insurance companies and Medicaid and Medicare for these services if you're a full-time county resident, and you would not have an out-of-pocket expense for that EMS service because we now will have the ability to waive that. So if you have insurance, for example, and you have not met your deductible and you call for EMS, then you will not receive a bill from us.
I noticed in the background material it said you guys estimate it adds up to like $400,000 or $500,000 a year, but you don't collect all of that, though, right? It's not like you'd be losing.
We
that
don't.
much.
We don't collect that $400,000 a year.
Yeah.
That is, part of our accounts receivable.
That's what it would be if everyone paid.
That is correct. If everybody paid us, that would be the bottom line impact. That's the total amount that we would anticipate waiving based on our historical payer mix and the volume of calls that we have. So, but we did implement a subsidy in this year's budget. We started that subsidy in October, and so this is a way for us to kind of turn around and say, because we're receiving those public funds, be able to waive the out-of-pocket expenses for local residents.
So you don't expect the subsidy to have to increase because of this? Or you're already
we are trying to do everything we can to make sure that the subsidy does not have to be increased. There's only so far into the future that we can foresee. A lot of our expenses are dictated by the types of calls we have and the number of calls we have, and so as that mix changes, that certainly could have an impact on that subsidy. But we don't anticipate any needed increase in the subsidy at this point in time.
You guys today also approved of a lease agreement where the juvenile courthouse staff is going to move over to Panama City Hall. Can you explain what that's about and how much is it going to cost the county to build the new juvenile courthouse? How are you going to finance it? And today you also formed a committee to, I guess, make recommendations about it.
Correct.
That's a lot of questions there.
Right. So as part of our initiative and our partnership with the City of Panama City and the Bay County Chamber of Commerce to keep the federal courthouse located here in Panama City, if GSA selects our current juvenile justice facility to relocate the federal courthouse, that juvenile justice staff has to relocate somewhere.